Good morning, children. In today's session, I'm going to take class for 7th standard science. That is unit 3, children. Already we have completed 3 lessons. This is the 4th lesson for you. Polymer chemistry. Those who have the book can take page number 43. First, we'll see the introduction. Polymer chemistry has a positive impact on your everyday life. So, in our everyday life, this polymer chemistry has a impact on us. Okay. Many of the materials you use are linked to polymer chemistry, that is whatever we are using in our daily life are linked to this polymer chemistry. When you get ready for school, you wear clothes, shoes, brush your teeth and take a school bag. Did you ever ask yourself what these items are made of? That is your brush, then your clothes, your school bag, all these, okay, from what this is made of. Have you ever thought, children? No. They are created from fibers. So, these are created from fibers. Fibers are made up of long chains of natural or synthetic fibers. Long chains of natural, okay, natural or synthetic, that is man-made, okay, synthetic fibers. Long chain of natural or synthetic fibers. As a society, we are consuming more and more. The more things we buy, the more things we throw away. So, நம்ம நிறைய வாங்குறோம், நிறைய throw பண்றோம் இல்லையா? We buy more things and we throw more things. 30 years ago, that is 30 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி, most of the waste in Tamil Nadu was biodegradable or easily recyclable. ஸோ பயோடிகிரேடபிள்னால் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், திருப்பி அதை வந்து நம்ம ரீயூஸ் பண்ணலாம், ரீசைக்கிள் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ அந்த காலத்தில் வந்து ரொம்ப வருஷத்துக்கு தான் 30 years முன்னாடி நிறைய திங்ஸ் வந்து பயோடிகிரேடபிளாக இருந்தது. ஸோ வி ஆர் ஏபிள் டு ஈஸிலி ரீசைக்கிள், திருப்பி அதை வந்து நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. டுடே இட் இஸ் மோர் காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ்னால் டிஃபிகல்ட். ஓகே, many of the materials we use are non-biodegradable and difficult to recycle. So in those days they were using things that were mostly biodegradable and were easy to recycle also. But nowadays we are using non-biodegradable things more and we are not able to recycle also. For example, in the past, people used many natural materials such as cotton, silk and jute fibers. Cotton உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், silk, jute, புரியுது, சணல் சொன்னாலே அதெல்லாம் நம்ம அந்த காலத்தில் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. பட் டுடே we use a lot of synthetic materials such as plastics. With the synthetic materials, one of the thing that is a plastic. புரியுது, அந்த காலத்தில் என்ன யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தாங்க? All natural only, that is cotton, silk, jute, all these. So it can be recycled again. But nowadays what they are using? They are using synthetic fiber called the plastics, that which cannot be recycled again. Okay, then in this lesson you will learn about polymers, different types of fibers, plastics and the waste we produce and how we are going to manage. And first we will see what are polymers. The word polymer is of Greek origin. So from where it came, this word polymer, from the Greek. Poly means many. Mer means smaller unit. Okay, poly means many, mer means smaller unit, that is many smaller units, that is called as a polymer. Polymers are very long chains made of repeatingly smaller molecules called monomers. This is monomers, which is repeated molecules. Okay, these are the monomers that are joined together by the bonds. Joined together by the bonds, and this process is called polymerization. Okay. So, poly means many, mer means smaller unit, that is many smaller units, and these are called as a monomers. Okay, and these are joined together by the bonds, and this process is called polymerization. And this polyvinyl chloride, that is PVC, what do they called as? Polyvinyl vinyl chloride. Okay, and there's a common plastics which is used in the water pipes, so PVC pipes we say, right? That is, what is the full form of PVC? Polyvinyl chloride. That is, P stands for poly, V vinyl, and C chloride. PVC, polyvinyl chloride, which is mostly used in the commonly used in the water pipes. These are the plastics. And the monomer and polymers of PVC, that is shown here, that is monomers here, children. That is CHCl, okay, H. These are the monomers and the polymers. From this polymers, what do you get? CH. Okay, these are the polymers. Okay, now polymers can be classified into natural and synthetic polymers. So polymers, that is natural. Natural means, I said, that is cotton, silk, jute, all these comes under natural. And synthetic, that is plastic. Okay, so they are divided into two, that is natural and synthetic polymers. The most familiar polymers that we use in our daily life are man-made and synthetic. Okay, what we use in our daily life is man-made and synthetic. Now first we'll go to the natural polymers. Natural. So, natural polymers are found in living systems that include proteins and carbohydrates. Protein, carbohydrates. Okay, these are natural polymers which include proteins and carbohydrates in our bodies, and cellulose. Okay, cellulose in wood and paper. Okay, cellulose in wood and paper, proteins and carbohydrates in our bodies. Okay, these are the natural polymers. Okay, they play a very important role in living things to give structural materials and molecules which are needed for our life. Now protein, first we'll see the protein polymers. Okay, protein polymers are made from amino acid monomers. Then how many kinds of amino acids are there? 20 different kinds of amino acids. Okay. Now examples of protein polymers include DNA, enzymes, silk, skin, hair, fingernails. Okay, these are the fingernails, feathers, and fur. Fur means hair, feathers means arrogance, so enzymes, silk, skin. So what are the protein polymers? I said skin, hair, fingernails, feathers, and furs. All these are the examples of the protein polymers. Now we'll see the examples of carbohydrate polymers now. They include cellulose, chitin, and lignin. Okay, chitin and lignin found in the plants. Okay, so what are the examples of carbohydrate proteins? Cellulose, chitin, and lignin found in the plants. Now first we'll see the one by one example. Cellulose. Cellulose is made up of sugar molecules and the main component of cotton used in clothing. So cellulose is the main component of cotton where it is used. It is used in the clothing. Then chitin. It's found in the cell walls of fungi such as mushrooms and exoskeletons of insects such as crabs and spiders. So where this chitin is found? It's found in the cell walls of fungi like mushrooms, and even in the exoskeleton, that is outer skeleton of insects such as crabs and the spiders. Then lignin. This consists of a network of polymers and is important in giving structure to the plants. This lignin consists of what, children? Network of polymers. Okay, and it's important in giving structure to the plants. Then next we'll go to the synthetic. So we have finished natural polymers. Now we are going to the synthetic. Okay. Now synthetic polymers are man-made. Okay, synthetic means, already I said it's a man-made. Okay, natural, which is from the nature, and the synthetic, it's a man-made polymer. Okay, by using a man-made polymers produced by using raw materials from petroleum, oil and gas, from where the synthetic fibers are prepared from the polymers like petroleum, oil and gas. Now plastics are synthetic polymers. Already I said plastic comes under the synthetic polymer. When oils and gases are processed to make petrol, ethylene and propylene monomers are removed as byproducts. Now A polyvinyl chloride is made up of many monomers joined together. I already said these are the monomers which are joined together to form the polymers. Okay, ethylene and propylene are the building block of monomers. What is the building block? Ethylene and propylene. It's made up of many different types of plastics. Okay, they are made up of many different types of plastics. Now, based on the nature of the monomers, the way they are arranged in the polymer and the characteristic of final polymer, they are grouped into different categories like this: fibers, plastic and proteins. Okay, what are the group? Fibers, plastics and protein. Now first we will go to the fibers. Okay, we are going to go to the fibers now. We wear clothes, use bags, rope, kairan solaniya, blankets, porva in our daily life. So we use all these things in our daily life. They are made of fibers. Once upon a time, people used natural fibers such as cotton and wool. So once upon a time, அந்த காலத்துல வந்து என்ன பண்ணாங்க? Natural fibers தான் யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க. என்னது? Cotton, wool. These are the natural fibers which was used once upon a time. Now nowadays we use lot of synthetic fibers. That is only we are using this plastics materials only more. The cotton, wool நம்ம வந்து அவ்வளவா யூஸ் பண்ணுறது கிடையாது. Nowadays we are using more of plastic things only, right? Now all natural and synthetic fibers are polymers. Whether it is natural or synthetic, all these two fibers are polymers. Okay. Now they have came to observe the difference between the natural and synthetic. So natural coconut rope இருக்கு இல்லையா, அந்த கயிறும் versus nylon fishing ropes. Nylon ropes இருக்குல்ல, நம்ம இப்போ இதுக்கெல்லாம் துணி காய போடுறதுக்கெல்லாம் கட்டுறோம் இல்லையா, அதெல்லாமே வந்து இப்போ ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ். ஓகே, natural and synthetic fibers. Fibers are long strands of polymers interwoven from linear string-like structures. Fibers that are obtained from plant or animal are called natural fibers. Natural obtained from the plant or animal. Okay, which are obtained from the plant or animal sources are called natural fibers. And examples like cotton, all these are natural, right? Then coconut fiber, hair, wool and silk, all these comes under the natural fibers. And fibers that are made using raw materials from petroleum or synthetic fibers, petroleum, oil and gas. From these they make a raw material which are called as the synthetic fibers. Then historically, humans use natural plant fibers and animal fur. Fur means what I said, hair, for shelter, clothing and protection from the weather. So for what they use this natural plant and animal fibers? For shelter. Okay, then clothing, clothes we wear, and protection from the weather. So whether it is a rainy weather or hot weather, cold weather, அந்த டைம்லலாம் ஒவ்வொரு இதுலையும் இந்த மாதிரி ஃபைபர்ஸ் பாலிமர்ஸ் வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஓகே, today a large variety of natural fibers are still grown and processed, such as cotton, silk and wool. Nowadays also these natural fibers are used, such as cotton, silk and wool. Natural fibers can spun into can be made into a filament called thread or rope. Okay, then they can be woven and used to make clothes or containers. And many other products we use in our daily life. What are that? Three main sources are one, animal, example, wool and silk. Now next, this discovery of synthetic fibers are out of petrochemicals. That is from where they are using this synthetic fibers. From where we get this? From the petrochemicals. That is petroleum, oil and gas. From these only we get the synthetic fibers. Has replaced the use of many natural fibers. So natural fibers, what and all I said, cotton, wool, silk, all this. And this synthetic fibers has replaced அதுக்கு பதிலாக நம்ம இப்போ இது யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் இல்லையா, அந்த காலத்தில் நேச்சுரல் ஃபைபர்ஸ் தான். ஸோ அதுக்கு பதிலாக நம்ம ரீப்ளேஸ் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கோம், இந்த சிந்தட்டிக் ஃபைபர்ஸ். ஓகே, now synthetic fibers such as nylon, polyester and acrylic are used to make many different plastic items you use in your daily life, such as clothing, blankets, toothbrushes and stuffing in cushions. Cushionsனால் இப்போ நீங்கள் எது யூஸ் பண்ணுறீங்க இல்லையா, பெட்டு, அப்புறம் இந்த பில்லோ கவர்ஸ், பில்லோஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, இப்போ உள்ள நம்ம வந்து போடுறோம் இல்லையா, this and all they are using this synthetic fibers. So what and all I said, what are the synthetic fibers? Nylon, polyester and acrylic. Okay, these are the synthetic fibers. Now we'll see first types and uses. Okay, first we'll see silk, which is a natural fiber. Natural silk fibers are obtained from, already we have previous classes we have learned that the silk is obtained from boiling the cocoons of the silkworm. We have learned fully about this, right? So I think you understand what I am meaning this. Boiling the cocoons of silkworms from the species of moths. There are 4 types of natural silk: mulberry silk, tassar silk, muga silk and eri silk. What are the 4 types of natural silk, children? Natural silk, what are that? Mulberry, tassar, muga silk and eri silk. All these are the natural silks. Okay, and silk, most of that in that mulberry silk only is worldwide produced in India. So this is an important silk which is worldwide produced in the India. Then silk is one of the strongest natural fiber and has many uses such as clothing, carpets and even parachutes also. Okay, so silk in that 4, which is an important silk here, mulberry silk, which is used worldwide in India, is produced in India, and it is one of the strongest natural fiber. This silk is one of the strongest natural fiber and has many uses that, like making clothing, carpets and parachutes. Okay, next is rayon, which is semi-synthetic, that is cotton as well as synthetic, semi-synthetic. Okay, in the 19th century, scientists were successful in producing the first artificial silk known as rayon. Artificial silk, that is rayon. Okay, these are the original mulberry, tassar, muga, eri, all these are the natural silk. The artificial is a rayon. The first rayon factory in India was established in Kerala in 1946, and rayon is a man-made. Artificial means already we know that it's a man-made fiber. Then it's a cheaper than silk. The rayon is very cheaper than silk. Rayon is an artificial. This natural silks, they are very costly also, but this rayon, which is artificial man-made fiber, is the cheapest than the silk. Can be woven like natural silk fiber. So we can weave like a natural silk fiber and can be dyed in a wide variety of colors. Dye pandrom with different colors. Okay, this fiber can be dyed with a many variety of colors and can be mixed with cotton. So already I said it's a semi-synthetic fiber. What did I say? It is a semi-synthetic, that is cotton and synthetic, both mixed. Okay, and this can be mixed with cotton to make bed sheets. Okay, bed sheets podrolia, bed covers podrolia, bed sheets, or with wool in the production of carpets. Okay, carpets prepare pandrolia, produce pandranga, and home furnishing products. And rayon is also found in sanitary products, diapers வந்து சின்ன பசங்களுக்கெல்லாம் இந்த ஹாகிஸ் எல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க இல்லையா, diapers, bandages for dressing the wounds ஏதாவது அடிபட்டுச்சுன்னா இதெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க இல்லையா, the bandages அதில் கூட இதை வந்து யூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க. Next we'll see the nylon, which is purely synthetic fiber. Rayon I said semi-synthetic, that is mixed with cotton. Okay, now this nylon is a synthetic fiber. Now nylon is the first fully processed synthetic fiber. It was popular during the Second World War for the use of parachutes and rope materials for climbing. புரியுதா? கிளைம்பிங்னா ஏறுறாங்க இல்லையா, இந்த ராக்லலாம் பர்க்ஸ்லாம் ஏறுறாங்க மவுண்டன்ஸ்லாம். ஸோ ஃபார் திஸ் தே யூஸ் திஸ் ரோப் மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் ஃபார் கிளைம்பிங் அண்ட் ஈவன் இன் த parachutes also this fiber is used. Nowadays nylon has replaced natural silk in many textiles. Textiles நம்ம clothing இல்லையா. ஸோ அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, நேச்சுரலுக்கு பதிலாக இப்போ என்ன ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, this nylon synthetic fiber. Nowadays we are using this nylon too much and we have replaced the natural fiber. Okay, and has become one of the most commonly used synthetic fibers. So nylon is a very much commonly used synthetic fiber. Okay, and nylon fiber is strong, elastic and light also. Okay, when we handle it, it's very light, and it is easy to wash also, which has made it popular in the clothing industry because it is light and easy to wash. These fibers is used most commonly in the clothing industry. Now we use many products made from nylon. So what are the products from the nylon we get? Like socks, ropes, tent அடிக்கிறாங்க இல்லையா, அந்த cloth இருக்கு இல்லையா, அது fiber that also made from the nylon. Then toothbrushes we use. Then car seat belt, இப்போ நம்ம காரில் உட்காரோம் seat belt போடுறோம் இல்லையா, even that also is made from the nylon. Then sleeping bags, then curtains நம்ம விண்டோஸ் டோர்ஸ்க்கெல்லாம் போடுறோம் இல்லையா curtain, அது that also it made from a nylon cloth, and it is actually stronger than a steel wire. It's very stronger than a steel wire. Okay, now can take next page number 50 children. Advantages of synthetic fibers. The advantages are that they do not wrinkle easily. These synthetic fibers do not wrinkle. Wrinkleனா அப்படியே இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ காட்டன் க்ளோத்ஸ் எல்லாம் நம்ம வந்து வாஷ் பண்ணி போடுறோம், அப்படியெல்லாம் இருக்கும்போது என்ன ஆகுது, அப்படியே அதில் வந்து நிறைய இதெல்லாம் விழுது இல்லையா, ரிங்கிள்ஸ் விழுது. இப்போ இந்த சிந்தட்டிக் ஃபைபர்ஸ் எடுத்தோன்னா அதில் நிறைய ரிங்கிள்ஸ் எல்லாம் எதுவுமே இருக்காது. ஓகே, and they keep their color also and brightness of much longer time than natural fibers such as cotton. So cotton நம்ம எடுத்தோன்னா அதில் அப்போது கொஞ்ச நாள்லேயே அதோட கலர் இருக்கட்டும், அந்த brightness இருக்கட்டும், எல்லாமே போயிடும். If you take the synthetic fiber, what happens in that, this color and brightness will be for a longer time. Okay, a lot of materials such as fishing net, இப்போ மீன் பிடிக்கிற வலைலாம் இருக்கு இல்லையா, are made from synthetic fibers. One of the main advantages of using the synthetic fibers such as nylon is that they are stronger than many natural fibers such as silk or wool. So எதுக்கு இவங்க இந்த வந்து synthetic fibers main advantage என்னன்னா, இது யூஸ் பண்ணுறதுனால it is stronger than other natural fibers like cotton or silk. Then these fibers are strong and elastic, which gives it the properties to bounce. Next, drawback. இப்போ நம்ம advantages பார்த்தோம். அந்த advantages what we saw that it is stronger than other natural fibers. Now we are going to see the disadvantages. Drawbacks of this, drawbacks and disadvantages. Okay, disadvantages of synthetic fibers such as polyester, nylon, polyester, இது எல்லாமே வந்து synthetics சொன்னேன். இப்போ நைலானை பற்றி நம்ம பார்த்தப்போ polyester is that they are not heat resistant and catch fire easily. அதாவது synthetic clothes-எல்லாம் நம்ம வேர் பண்ணோன்னா ஏதாவது ஃபயர் ஏதாவது பிடிச்சதுன்னா அது கேட்ச் ஈஸியாக வந்து அது ஃபயர் கேட்ச் ஆகிடும். புரியுதா, கேட்ச் ஃபயர் ஈஸிலி. இன் சம்மர், புரியுதா, வெயில் காலத்தில் இட் இஸ் பெட்டர் டு வேர் க்ளோத்திங் விச் இஸ் மேட் ஆஃப் cotton materials than synthetic. புரியுதா, in the summer time what clothes you have to wear? You have to wear cotton clothes rather than the synthetic clothes. This is because most synthetic fibers absorb very little moisture and do not allow air circulation, making them hot and uncomfortable to wear. So நம்ம ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இப்போ சிந்தட்டிக் க்ளோத்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம். அப்போ யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது சம்மர் டைமில் என்ன ஆகுது, நமக்கு வந்து ஏர் உள்ள காற்று உள்ளே போகாது, ஃபுல்லாக ஸ்வெட் ஆகும், அப்படியே ஹாட்டாக இருக்கும். இதே நம்ம வந்து சம்மர் டைமில் காட்டன் ட்ரெஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணோன்னா அது என்ன பண்ணாது, அந்த ஹீட் தட் இஸ் அப்சார்ப் த மாய்ஸ்சர். புரியுதா, இதெல்லாம் வந்து என்ன பண்ணாது, அப்சார்ப் பண்ணாது. அதே மாதிரி they do not allow the air inside to go and we feel hot and uncomfortable to wear. So at the summer time what we have to do, we have to wear only cotton clothes rather than the synthetic clothes. Then next we have plastics children. So in the class, next class we'll continue this lesson. Thank you.